Credit card companies are in the business of giving credit with this understanding that we as consumers will pay back what we owe within a certain time. Today, let us understand what happens when we don't pay back on time. Few terms you may need to know are billing cycle. It's a period of 30 days within which we make purchases. Statement due date is the end of the billing cycle when the statement or the bill is generated. Payment due date is the day by which we need to pay the amount due to the credit card company. There is usually about 20 days between the statement due date and the payment due date. Credit card companies make money by applying finance charges if we default. What are finance charges? These are the interest and fees applied when we don't pay back on time. Now let's take a closer look at this. The per month interest rate on your credit card can be somewhere between 1.5% to 3% per month or 18% to 42% annually. Often, if you were to inquire, the company may quote the per month rate of 3.5%, which can seem deceptively low to an unsuspecting person. To find out what interest and fees apply to your credit card, go to the most important terms and conditions, or just call the customer service. So we make purchases within the billing cycle, the statement gets printed, and we still have about 20 days before the interest and fees are applied. Consider this period as the interest-free period. And all will be good if we pay the total amount due by the payment due date. But what happens when you choose not to pay the amount due? Well, to explain this, I am taking excerpts from the terms and conditions of the Indian Oil HDFC Bank credit card, and it says, finance charges are payable at the monthly percentage rate on all transactions from the date of transaction in the event of the card member choosing not to pay his balance in full, meaning the monthly interest rate will now come into effect. It also says, when the card member carries forward any outstanding amount, a finance charge calculated by average daily balance method will apply to balances carried forward and to fresh billings. What this means is daily interest rate is applicable. Daily interest rate is your annual interest rate divided by 365. It further says, if a card holder avails of the revolving credit facility and hence chooses to pay an amount less than the total amount due reflected in a monthly billing statement, the entire outstanding amount would attract finance charges, and all new transactions will also attract finance charges till such time as the previous outstanding amounts are repaid in full. What it means is, since you didn't pay in full, the interest fee is charged on the entire outstanding amount plus all new purchases from the day you make the purchases. Now you lose the interest-free credit period because you defaulted. So now on the outstanding balance, the daily interest rate is applied until you pay in full. And let's say you also make 3 fresh purchases on the 15th of April, 20th and the 30th for 5,000 rupees, 2,000 and 1,000 rupees respectively. Daily interest rate applies to all 3 transactions as well from the day the purchases were made until the full payment is made. Now for each transaction, there is the interest fee which are all added and applied on the next bill. But it is not over yet. A late fee will be charged if you don't pay at least the minimum amount due by the payment due date. The minimum amount due is usually about 5% of the outstanding balance, and the late fee can be a small percentage too, or a fixed amount in some cases. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, there is a GST of 18% on the interest and fees. Yes, and many people don't realize this. I hope this has helped you gain some clarity. And here are 3 things to keep in mind. Number 1, keep your daily average amount low by paying as much as you can and as frequently as you can. Don't wait until the bill is generated. 2, make a note of the important days like the statement due date and the payment due date, and to save late fee, pay on or before the payment due date, okay? Number 3, stop using the credit card if you're trying to pay it off and become debt-free, and only use it for absolute necessities. And I just want to say, If you have the money to pay all the finance charges, you definitely have the money to save and invest. Here is to a richer and a more fulfilling financial life. Thank you.